All right. Good morning, everybody. Today's date is November 8th, 2023. This is a regular meeting of the members of the State Liquor Authority being conducted in our New York City office with video conferencing to Albany and Buffalo. This meeting is also being live streamed on the authority's YouTube channel, where you can also find our past recordings of past meetings. Present today are Chair Lily Fan and Commissioner Edgar De Leon. Staff in attendance, General Counsel Shannon Kearney Sarfo, Juan Herrera from Licensing Bureau, and myself, Secretary Roper, via WebEx. The next regular meeting dates are November 28th and December 19th. Those are both Tuesdays. And then our first meeting of the new year will be January 10th, 2024. While in the meeting rooms, please no food or drinks. Please silence your mobile phones and take any phone calls or conversation outside. In New York City, you obviously realize there's a difference. Everyone's on the 8th floor instead of the 3rd floor. This is due to the governor's ongoing effort to assist migrants and asylum seekers. In the waiting area, you'll see 2 monitors. That's so you can see and hear the proceedings as they're ongoing. Members are in an adjoining conference room, so their doors closed because basically the various sounds create an echo for them. So please keep the noise down if you can in the waiting room. Again, all conversations and phone calls should be taken outside. Since it's tight quarters in the conference room with the members, when your item is called, either Jonathan or Nikki, who's out there in front of you, will open the door so you can enter and address the members. They'll also give you a heads up when your item is next. Items will be called in the order they are signed in, first in Buffalo, then Albany, and then in New York City. When your item is called, please approach the podiums and identify yourself. Representatives should also identify their clients who are present. Chair, do you have any announcements?
I just want to thank everybody for bearing with us while we support DEC in their efforts downstairs here. We're going to be using this format for a few more meetings.
Foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Foreseeable future.
And having said that, Shannon is here now, and we're going to start with the first item out in Buffalo.
All right, yeah, so the first item in Buffalo is 007. That's Pizza Pantry Family Restaurant, LLC.
Thank you.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves, please. Buffalo.
Beverly Snyder.
Rex Snyder.
All right, so you're not planning to apply again, right?
Correct.
Did they surrender the license?
They surrendered the license. They're offering $5,500
To resolve this?
to resolve this.
I'm fine with it if you are.
Yeah, I'll accept $5,500. Thank you.
Thank you. Your offer's been accepted. You'll get a letter.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
Just say nothing.
Next in Buffalo is 026, Theresa Wine and Spirits Inc.
The numbers are not in order.
Good morning.
Morning.
Bob Hunt, representative. I'm here with the applicant principal, Rajveer Sandhu. And we're here to answer any questions from us.
Is there any protest there?
There are not.
Okay. And what protest do we have on record?
You just have the one from Jefferson, 216, 360, Wyckoff of NYC. I'm sorry, red and white.
You're Miss Baines?
Yes,
So I gather here that you live about 200 miles from this location.
right. So my plan is actually to get a house there, just like a vacation home, and kind of stay there as well. It's a beautiful area out there, and then that's my intention.
And you are manager of a convenience store, gas station, and that's closer to where you currently live?
Yes,
And so you're gonna give up that job and run this store?
right.
Yeah, they'll bring a manager on for the convenience store.
That's also your license or not your license?
No.
Yes, the
No.
other one is also your license, right?
It is.
So you're gonna get a manager for your existing grocery store, the convenience store, and you're gonna move out to this location, or you're gonna be back and forth. I'm just trying to figure out how you
You're right.
plan to do this. I'm not saying whether you are capable or not. Obviously, you can run two businesses that's away from each other. I'm just asking what your plan is.
That's right, just to go back and forth.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I do. This application, as you know, was previously disapproved. Reconsideration was granted. There is a pending grocery store license adjacent to the location. But my real concern is that out of the 4 requests we got for financials, gross sale figures, we got 3 responses, and they are all significantly down. One by 200,000, another by about 300,000, and another by 800,000. And so that you understand how I do this, I'm told we look at 2019, we disregard the COVID years because of the bump. We take the figure that we have for 2023, divide it by whatever months we have, and then multiply it by 12. It's not a perfect science, but that's how I do it. And I'm showing really significant, I see no increase at all in sales, significant decreases on all 3 that we got. And 1, we got no response. So I just don't know if there's really a need for this.
It's a matter of location and
Seeing the 800,000 drop.
Okay, that was 2019.
Right, but the 23 number is as of May.
Right, as May 10th. So you could actually
Right,
divide it by 4. It's not a perfect science. Certainly not a perfect science. I got a calculator here if you want to try.
Okay. Well, does it make a difference for you that the closest store is 10 miles away? I mean, just in that generally we find public convenience at edge because it's 10 miles away. All the stores in the cluster, 10 miles away.
Well, I mean, we have that, but we also have the fact that there's going to be there's going to be a license right next door, a licensee right next door that has a previous application in apparently.
Right, but usually we judge that as a positive because there will be grocery and liquor.
Correct.
It's going to be the same person?
No.
Same?
No,
Right, it's 2 different people.
correct. But there will be a grocery store selling
But
beer
then
and
there'll be
wine
2
products.
businesses sort of supporting each other. It's a good thing.
Correct.
If
Well,
I
these numbers
if I saw numbers that were even moderate, but the numbers that I'm seeing here are significant. They're not moderate. There are people up there that are really, really hurting in terms of their business. And to throw another store in there, it's not gonna help that situation.
But again, the distance is 10 miles away.
But it's
So
more than 10 miles away, so in theory, that doesn't impact it. It's really just providing service to a whole new area of people that don't have any service right now. That's how we generally would look at it.
Nobody ever told me that. Let me see. This is 26. Where do you see that? The 10 miles?
Right here?
Ah, okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's, can we, take a pause for a second? I'll be right back. We'll be right back.
All right, we're gonna go to a brief recess to conference with council. We'll be back on short. record after a brief conference with council.
All right, Donna, we're ready.
All right, Chair?
But given that this store is more than 10 miles away from the closest store, and there is a pending grocery right next door, I'm gonna find public convenience and advantage and vote to approve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. After our discussion, I am persuaded that the distance here does make a difference. So I'm
Thank you.
also gonna vote to approve, and I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So Nicole in Buffalo, we're still waiting for the attorney? Mr.
Yes, on
Jankowski?
this last page.
Okay, so just leave it open until he arrives. He should be there.
Yeah, when he goes, I'll just bring you an email, let you know, and then I'll send him right out.
Thank you. So we'll move on to Albany. With the first item, there's also opposition in New York City for this item. So the first item is 17 Wine and Whiskey Cellar LLC.
Good morning, Lorenzo Angelino for the applicants.
Wait, hold on a
Also
second, hold on a
present.
second. There are people coming in.
For opposition.
Okay, so just
Okay,
let
we'll
them,
say-
just give
Thanks.
1 minute. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh, okay.
can stay there. I just want them to come into the room. You just need to let the
Oh, okay.
production happen a little bit here. We need time to bodies to move. All right, here we go. All right, one of them.
Yeah, right.
All right, you guys put your name on the record over there.
Sure, Lorenzo Angelino for the applicants, the Denoyas, who are both present here as well.
Okay, and you
There's
guys
also
are.
opposition in Albany as well, so if they want to come up and put their name on the record as well.
Okay, there's opposition in Albany.
Sir, in Albany, if you want to go ahead and put your name.
Yeah, Jitendra Patel, and my wife.
Be up and down.
And then, New York City. Or you want to hear the people from Albany first? Opposition?
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me just pull this up for 1 minute. All right. The protest in Albany is from which store? I'm sorry.
It's a Bardonia Fine Wines and Liquor.
You're the third closest store?
I'm under less than 2
I
miles.
didn't hear what you said. What did you say your name of the store was?
Bardonia Fine Wines.
Yeah, so you're the third closest store. Okay. And you bought the store in 22, or you got the store in
Actually,
22?
I opened last year. This is a new
You
store.
opened last year.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, and you guys are
Linda's Wine Shop Inc.
Linda's Wine Shop, and you are the closest store.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, thank you. All right, why don't you guys go first since you're here?
Okay, this is Robert Lewis for the victims, Linda's Wine Shop Inc. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. And anyway, Linda's Wine Shop has been in business for 47 years. It's one.
You want to turn around?
Yeah, I didn't know what.
I know,
Yeah,
you
you
can fix him.
I think the best thing to do, you can move the desk and face the members in New York City. If you can kind
At this
of
point.
like in front of the camera a little bit so that we can see you as well.
Maybe
Like
slightly.
move the
Yeah,
whole
you need to
desk.
slide this slightly over. How's that?
I can just see his hands, but
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
there we go.
That's
Yeah,
good,
Juan-
that's good, that's good.
Good, yeah.
All right, here we go. Never Sorry, we, this is the best we can do. That's great.
Anyway, so Lynn's Wine Shop has been in business for 47 years. It's in central Nyack. It's 1.2 miles from the applicant. And we're the closest. And we draw our business from Nyack, central Nyack, South Nyack, West Nyack, Valley Cottage, Blood Belt, and Congress. That's mostly where we get our business from. All these areas just about touch central Nyack in some way. And the gross sales letter shows consistent figures, but no increases. If there are, they're very small. I would admit that there was a pandemic jump, but after that, they seem to be very, very consistent. And I think even when I worked out this year, and I, basically annualized, it comes out to about the same. We're very close to it. Now, what we have here, and I sent the board some figures. We have in this area a particularly stagnant population. It's not growing at all. And when that happens, as you know, we're all drawing from the same pool, same well. And when you're 1.2 miles away, there's no question that when you have no growth in population, you're going to have a decrease in your sales because you're allowing other entrants into the market. And I know that the job of this board is to make sure that dilution of that nature doesn't happen. There's no question that if this is approved, it will have a significant adverse impact on my client's business and all the existing establishments. And because since geographically speaking, we get a lot of our business from West Nyack, which is where this place is going to be, right? Center of West Nyack. And it's tough. I would say it's difficult enough to compete with the existing establishments by having another entrant into the market so close. So as far as we're concerned, it impacts probably the most because we're the closest. So we're going to we'll take the biggest hit. Other places have other areas will have other options, but when you're basically 1.2 miles away on a straight, and basically it's as the crow flies. It's just a straight shot, just up 59.
It's on the same highway. It's on the same street.
It's not on the same street, but it's a quick right and a quick left. That's it. That's about it. Okay. So without any lights, it involves maybe one light. So the point is, it's very close. So all in all, I think this is a very dangerous precedent here for my clients, I think, and also the market in general in this area, because you're really a lot of. Right now, we have one that's 0.7 away from us, not midnight. So I think the second closest, if I'm not mistaken. I think Bardonia is third, and then the big one in Anuet is fourth. So what we're dealing with, as I said, is very little development, no increasing population, and steady figures over the last few years. So I would respectfully request that this application be denied for that reason. And I know that I've heard, I've seen the other discussions as well, and the proximity to the applicant is of essential importance. And you just can't have these places lining up one next to each other. That's not good for business and not good for the market. So I'll close it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
If the opposition in Albany would like to speak?
Yes.
Donald, can you just give me one moment?
Okay.
Donald?
Go ahead, sir.
I just wanted to say that when Midnight opened, and that's the one that's closest to my client, they took a 50% hit on their numbers in 2013 to 14. So I just wanted to add that. We have those numbers with us, but for the record, that did adversely impact my client. So that's maybe just a sample of what will happen if this particular establishment is allowed.
They open to the west of you or to the east of
To the
you?
east, to the east. Close to Nyack, so. But
Right,
down the
and
same road.
this is also to the east of you.
This is the west. This is the west.
But
Yeah,
this is to the west and they open to the east of you.
yes.
Okay.
So we're surrounded.
So what's on the west of you? Is any of these closest store to the west of you?
Other than the applicant, Bardonia is to the northwest, northeast.
Northeast.
Northwest, I'm sorry, northwest, and the large place, what's the large place?
Liquor outlet.
Sorry?
Liquor outlet.
Liquor outlet is,
Yeah, that's huge.
yeah, huge, that's same,
Yeah.
same road to the west.
I understand. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hi.
Hi, good morning. My store is about 1.9 miles away from this location that is proposed, and I have just opened a new store last year. And, I'm not even making any money. And, if you grant these locations, then they'll put me out of business. So,
Okay.
It's very
Do you have
hard
any
to
comment
cover.
on the population growth or?
yeah, there's no new
Shopping
populations
or-
there's no new population. It's already,
Lot of people are moving like from the Rockland County, if you see.
yeah.
Moving away from Rockland County?
Yeah, like customers there, like we moving,
And we're also, having the
Do you
same
have
customer.
do you have any data on the population decrease in Rockland County?
No.
No.
Okay.
And probably same customer, same neighborhood, and it's only like 1.9 miles, And we are also brand new store, like we're not surviving right now.
I get it, I understand. All right,
Thank you.
Ready for the
Thank you.
applicant?
You can deny, Thank you.
yep, thank you for coming.
The applicant.
Good morning again, Lorenzo Angelino for the applicant. My clients are opening in, as you can see, is in West Nyack. It's going to be the only liquor store in that hamlet, in that area. The other liquor stores, now, just to know the area a little bit, there is a very large mall. It's the Palisades Mall. There, very large mall, which is a huge commercial center, a couple miles. And it's actually going to be, I think it's in between. That mall is going to be in between some of the opposition here, the closest store opposition. There's the giant commercial mall in between the two, so they're on the opposite side of it. This is also going to be in a location at two main crossroads with in a plaza with some restaurants, a general food market. There's a bunch of like professional offices, like dental offices on the second story, beauty salon, things like that. So it's definitely a mixed use commercial plaza, very conveniently located in West Nyack. The applicants themselves are lifelong residents of West Nyack and have been there for quite some time. And I looked at the U.S. Census data, the 2010 census versus the 2020 census, and I see I calculated an 11% increase in population in that particular area. So there is
11% increase from what year to what year?
I just used the censuses, so the 2010 census and the 2020 census.
Census?
So
Okay.
I tried to use the most official thing I could find. I didn't use like Wikipedia or anything like that, but those official numbers do see an increase in population. And this is this is north of the city. There has been population moving out of the city to the north here. So West Nyack is it's a bustling area. There's a lot of commercial property in that area. There's a condo complex, a huge condo complex right down the road from the proposed location. I don't think this will have any significant effect on the local stores. They are going to be focusing. It's obviously it's going to be a smaller store with a focus on craft whiskeys, especially. That's going to be their somewhat of a specialty or a niche that they're trying to create, as well as craft or small batch wines, New York State small batch California wines, artisanal wines, kosher wines, and organic wines. So they're trying to create something more neighborhood-like, a bit different than the other stores, and shouldn't significantly have any impact on their stores.
National parks.
Also, we
Okay. Yeah.
Also, we have the public demand.
So that I did submit some letters of support from the town supervisor, and then I also listed all the different certificates that the owners
I'm
are
sorry,
getting.
you have a letter from the town supervisor?
Yes, I submitted it by email with my report support. That was attached. It was a separate document, but it was all submitted in the same email.
It's the last page of the supplemental materials.
Oh, yeah. All right. How does the town translate to the West Nyack?
So that the town, the West Nyack is a hamlet within the town of Clarkstown. So it's at the
Okay, so West Nyack is a subsection of
Clarkstown. Yeah.
And it's a separate zip code. There's no other liquor store in our zip code.
I understand. Okay. Thank you for mentioning that, sir.
You're welcome.
Yep. I mean, okay, my analysis here from what I've seen, I did see the letter of support that was sent in. I saw that. Out of the 4 stores that we requested gross sales information, midnight, we got no response from them. But looking at your store, Linda's, taking the 1.6 figure from 2019, again, as I said before, disregarding the COVID years, I see a projected increase to over 2.2 in your sales. And as for Bardonia, they went around in 2019, but they're projected to make double what they did in 2022, which was a COVID year. So I do see an increase in sales. I'm persuaded by the increase in population. There is support from the town of Clarkstown. So I would vote to approve this application.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote to approve as well. I'm gonna find public convenience and advantage, given that they have support of their town and that it will be the first store within the zip code.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. One more item in Albany. That's number 6, Allegheny Hills LLC.
Yeah. Sorry.
Number 6.
Paul, are you getting the rep?
She's getting the rep.
Okay.
Stand
I just want sure if you could just introduce yourself.
I'm sorry, I did not hear you.
Yeah, if you could introduce yourself.
My name is Philip Miller. I'm an attorney here in Albany, New York. I filed a notice of appearance in this case previously but apparently the case numbers have changed. I found a new notice of appearance this morning. I'm here representing Allegheny Hills LLC.
This is a
You're
conditional
right.
compliance. An offer of $1,000. This is an offer of $1,000. Are you?
Right. So
Conditional,
what's the, sir, what's the status of Jonathan Cobb right now? Is he employed, not employed, part of the licensee, not part of the licensee?
Well, the situation is this. The original arrangement were that Mr. Cobb invested in the purchase of a golf course. His brother and at least two high school friends of his were going to be partners. There were other partners involved as well. That was in Cuba, New York, which is toward Buffalo, as you probably know. Mr. Cobb was employed as a partner in a firm here in Albany, New York. He was never an active member of the golf course, never employed by the golf course per se. He was a member of the LLC. He was merely a financial investor. Today, he's resigned his position. I believe there was confirmation that he is removed from the license that was received by the licensee in, I believe, May of this year. February 25th was confirmation of this year, that is. February 25th, 2020, I'm sorry. There was confirmation that he was off the license. He has no participation whatsoever in this golf course. His brother's still his brother, his friends are still his friends, but he has no involvement whatsoever. As far as whether he's employed, I think he's personally somewhat retired at this time.
Okay. All right. Are you?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna accept 1,000. Thank you for coming in and explaining.
I'm also gonna accept 1,000.
Okay, your conditional
The
contest
offer's
up.
been accepted. The offer's been accepted.
It is right.
Yeah, you'll receive a letter, the licensee and yourself.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. Thanks for coming in.
Paula, there's nothing else in Albany, correct?
Should we go back to Buffalo?
Yeah, we'll go back to Buffalo. Paula, you can sign off.
Bye, Paula.
All right, so we're returning to Buffalo. That's item number 3, Remington Steel Inc.
Good morning, members of the full board. My name is Jacob Pierkowski. I'm here for the licensee Remington Steel. I'm joined by their general manager, Jessica Shaman, and thank you for allowing me to appear late. I apologize. I was double booked in city court this morning, so
That's all
running from
right.
one end of downtown to the other.
Thanks for coming over.
Absolutely. This matter came to my attention prior to the deadline to respond to the notice of pleading. I spoke with Ms. Shaman. She was going to send me the notice of pleading. She did, but unfortunately sent it to the wrong email address, and it got lost in the shuffle. I've represented this client for some time, and I'm here just to respectfully ask. I know that they're in a default posture. There was no intention to disregard or ignore the notice from the authority. I would just ask respectfully that this could be remitted to counsel's office so we can enter a plea of not guilty, receive the discovery, and hopefully work out some sort of resolution on this.
You want it back to go to trial, or you want it back to go to CNC?
Well, ideally a CNC.
It's fine, either way it's fine. I'm gonna send it back to counsel's office.
Thank you very much.
That's fine.
All right, thank you for coming in. I'm sorry you had to come in.
No. I'm sorry that there was a default on this. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And Nicole, there's nothing else in Buffalo, correct?
That is correct.
All right, you can sign off. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so now we're in New York City. First item is 16, SONESTA Gardens Hotel LLC and SONESTA NYC Manager LLC.
All right, 16.
Hello. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put my jacket over here if that's okay.
Hi.
This feels like a casting call.
A little bit, you know. Now you can start dancing.
I'm reading for the role of lawyer. Okay. Good morning, members. Max Bookman, Pazetsky and Bookman PC. With me is Phil Dorn from my firm. Agent Peter Jureka. And he is the manager general manager, of SONESTA. This is an application for a hotel wine license. The applicant is SONESTA. SONESTA is a well-known brand of hotels. They've been around for almost 100 years. The premises is on the Upper East Side. It's on what we on the Upper East Side call Hospital Row. It's near First Avenue. It's where all the hospitals are. And this hotel services those hospitals. It's a conventional hotel. It's not one of these big lifestyle hotels with a lot of amenities.
Did you hear what you just said?
It's a good thing. No, look, that's their brand. It's their brand. It's okay. Not everybody has to be the Moxie, you know.
Agreeing with him.
And we've all been to hotels like this, and they're good hotels. You come in, and there's a lobby, and there's a check-in desk, and at the check-in desk, they have a little nook to the side where you could purchase, small food items, a bottle of water, take that up to your room with you while you stay. Typically, like I said, folks who are visiting the hospitals. And no community board opposition to this, by the way. Nobody has any, quality of life related issue with this hotel. The reason this application is before you is the question for you to answer is whether you are authorized by law to issue a hotel wine license to a premises that is a hotel but lacks a full restaurant. We submit to you that you are authorized, you may issue such a license for two reasons. One is because it's what you've been doing, and two is because the law doesn't prohibit you from doing it. So I just like to break those two down briefly. So first, it's what you've been doing. First of all, this is not a common license category. By our count, there are only 35 active hotel wine licenses in the entire state of New York. That pales in comparison to other on-premises types of licenses. So there's not a whole lot of data to go off of, but from what we have gone off of, what we looked at before we filed this application, and again, preparing for this appearance, a significant number of them are like this SONESTA hotel. They're Quality Inn, they're Hampton Inn, they're Holiday Inn, things of that nature, or they're boutique hotels that in fact lack a restaurant. They have the same setup where there's a check-in desk and a nook, and in the nook there's some food items. It meets, what we call tavern food, so it meets, there's soups or salads or sandwiches, but there's not a full on-site restaurant. And we know from doing our research that you had a recon request on this in 2021, where the Licensing Bureau disapproved a hotel wine application for this exact issue. The recon was requested. It went to then Chairman Bradley, and Chairman Bradley, with the advice of counsel's office, it was with the current general counsel's predecessor, overruled the disapproval, and the license was issued. So we know there's a history of this. And the reason there's a history of this is because the law allows it. And we, in our brief, break down the law. Look, the ABC law is sometimes impenetrable and difficult to decipher, not really in this case. And so we give you the statute. Section 81, that's what allows you to issue wine licenses. The statute says the types of premises that you may issue a wine license to. One type of premises is hotel. That's the word it uses, hotel. You have to look to section 3 of the ABC law, which is the very long definitions section for the definition of hotel, because it just says hotel in 81, doesn't tell you what it means. And if you read the definition of hotel, it doesn't require that there be a full restaurant on premises. The reason why we think, to the extent there is any confusion at all that's come up, it's because for a hotel liquor license, a full hotel liquor, full liquor license, that's governed by section 64 of the ABC law. And in that section where it lists the types of premises that may get a full liquor license, it also says hotel, but it has extra language. It says a hotel where there is I'm paraphrasing, where there is a restaurant on the premises. So the legislature tells you when it's a full liquor license and the applicant is a hotel, there needs to be a restaurant on the premises. But there is no, and most of your hotel applications are full liquor, so it makes sense for everybody in the Licensing Bureau to sort of feel that way. But hotel wine does not have that same requirement. Because it doesn't have the same requirement, you're not prohibited from issuing the license. You can continue to do so, and we ask that you do so here.
You okay? I'm fine. All right. I'm fine. I read your papers. I consulted with counsel. I'm going to vote to approve.
All right, I'm going to vote to approve as well. Thank you.
Thank you, members. Thanks, you're welcome.
Take care.
You passed the audition.
All right, I got the role?
Yes.
You can come back again next time.
Great, yeah. I'm always ready.
Bye.
All right, next is number 25, Legendary Restaurant LLC.
Folder, yeah. So I've just been using that.
Look at mine if you want.
Thank you, it's.
Okay, Donald, can you repeat
What number is it?
the number again, please?
25025.
25.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Mr. Dulu.
Close proximity.
I know.
Yeah,
It's harder to say no.
That was great.
It's easiest to say no when we're on Zoom.
Little disconnected.
It's true. It's true. It's all emotional and mental in the end. All right, you're adding a DJ.
Yes.
Do you have
You put your
community
names
voice
on the record, I'm sorry.
municipalities?
There was no objections. The application was sent.
Excuse me, you got to put your name on the record, please.
My name is Patrick DeLuca. I'm here to represent my client, Matthew Murray, to follow up on a mode of operation change that was filed in April of 2022. And I'm here to answer any questions you have. Currently, the other premises in the neighborhood, they do all have DJ. When we filed this application back in 2017, we did not put it on the application because he didn't anticipate it, but it became popular with the other locations, and that's why he wants to add it. On our notes regarding this meeting, they referred to him getting a violation for having an unlicensed nightclub. It's not a nightclub. It's a restaurant with a bar in it. It has no dance floor. It's really just that. It has full kitchen, full menu, completely full menu. At this time, there's a new mayor in Port Jeff. She was only elected in June. So Mr. Murray tried to get a direct letter of support, and he wasn't able to do it because she's just not at that point yet. But they're not objecting, and he's already filed there's a permit required in the village, and he already filed that. They've already accepted that, which would include him using the DJ.
Can we just break for one moment?
All right, we're going to go on a brief conference with council. We'll be back on the record shortly.
Donald?
All right, we're back on the record after a brief conference with council.
All right, I think we're good, Donald.
All right, Chair?
Though you have some history here, we get a sense that there are no pending complaints, so we're gonna support you in continuing your business. Just make sure that you know that there's not gonna be a party.
Never.
It's not gonna be a nightclub. And we don't wanna, on the other side, have problems again, because the next fine you're gonna pay, it's gonna be more significant.
Okay.
And you already gave 10,000, so you don't
that
need
was
more.
enough. Yeah.
So,
I
okay,
appreciate it.
all right, with that, I'm gonna vote to approve.
Okay, I'm also gonna vote to approve, but we would like that letter that you mentioned from the city. So if you could, I guess,
Sure.
approve with the condition that you're gonna submit that. send that in.
Absolutely. How long do you think it would be before he could actually include a DJ in his premise? In other words, when would this decision take effect?
Right, could I start? So it's conditionally approved, once we receive that letter.
Oh, you own for the letter,
Yeah, so
okay,
we,
I'm
right,
good. All
so
right.
we could send out the conditional approval, but we just
We'll
need
get the
obviously the letter, just to make sure. Once you
Sure.
receive that, then you'll get the amended
Okay.
certificate with the new method of operation.
So on hold.
Yeah, wait for that, wait for that.
can't do it until I get that in the official. Correct, yes, sir, yes. Okay.
Yes. I mean, is your letter a condition of the approval, or you just want it on record?
'Cause it
Because
is-
I just want to clarify.
Sorry to interrupt. It's approved by the village already. Like, check is cashed. I just asked for a letter of support from the mayor, who's brand new, and I didn't get to ask till Friday. So now coming today, it just timing wise didn't work out. It's approved by the village, like literally check cashed.
Right, so
The
what are
whole
you
thing.
asking
So
for?
if
You're
that-
asking for the letter of approval from the,
Does the check indicate, would the check indicate to us that it was approved?
I would have to see it, because usually
You
you would
have
get a
copies?
certificate, usually you would get a certificate.
No, it's different than that. This is the village. So she's just doing an unofficial letter to say, we were gonna bring it for you. And then she couldn't do it.
Just like
in
a letter
time.
of support from her.
There isn't normally that.
Yeah, there's none of that.
So then when,
yeah, I don't think that that's necessarily a condition. Okay, all right,
So
then we
you
won't
won't
make it
get
a
a-
condition.
We're gonna get it anyway, because
Right.
she's new and she wants to, she's very busy.
Yeah, but I don't want you to make that a condition because you may or may not be able to get it.
Okay,
Right.
right, so then so now the permit that you mentioned so that application,
yeah.
how do you have any verification that it was approved?
Just the cash check,
Yeah,
which
when
I
they
can go
cash
to
it,
my
they keep
account.
it.
It just
You
takes
know,
them a while for them to like.
And they don't
send
send
it.
you something in the
Why
mail?
don't you just
We'll
show
go
us
in
that?
at the village, I'm gonna tell them to go in the village and
Everybody
just
can
ask for a
start.
copy.
I just got
And we'll get it over to you, but we could do that.
Because
It's a
typically-
village, they're easy to get
And
along.
typically, when you do that, you would get some kind of public assembly from, kind of the old school. Yes.
They do
So
do that.
Make it
Just
clean.
look at it,
They
just
send it
look
out.
at
so
it, that they
makes it-
have what they need,
Yeah, sure.
and then maybe you can figure out how to print the license quickly. for
Sure.
them.
So with LEAP, I'm technically now gonna be the ones that's entering the conditions for approval. So to make it clean, it's gonna be a condition for approval, proof that it was approved by the municipality. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna know in a second right now, because he's able to show us on his phone. So if he can give us a showing on his phone.
And then email it to you for the record, Don? Does that
Yeah,
work for
you
you?
can email something to us that you showed,
And then you'll be fine.
the secretary's office.
Good thing it's not me, right?
Yeah, sorry, it takes me a second to find it all on there.
So that approval did not have any conditions associated with it, right?
Oh, no,
That's the-
no, no.
Okay, okay.
I know it was cashed, I can't find it on the list of these right now.
It's more of a permit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the standard like village operating permit.
No added conditions?
No.
Okay.
I know it's cashed, so I can't.
Interesting.
Look through the account.
But there's no physical permit that they give you?
When they'll send it to them. They kept the money, now they'll send the permit to them.
How long would that take?
Good question.
I make no assumptions.
Alright,
Are you
well, you
not
have to
even
wait for
that
that
operating
anyway,
with-
so
So we'll make that the condition that. the
All right.
permit from
Are you
the-
not
from
able
the-
to operate with the DJ unless you have the permit?
A copy of the.
Yeah, can you operate without, that's what Donald is asking, answer his question. Donald, ask your question again.
Do you need the physical permit in order to operate with the DJ?
No.
No.
He's already operating, it's an annual permit.
Yeah,
It gets
it's
renewed
just-
every year. So he just,
But so technically, it's actually for this company.
Just operate.
I have this year's, it's just a renewal, it's like
Oh,
the
for
renewal.
20.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
gotcha,
yeah.
For 24.
Sorry, I wasn't
Yeah.
clear on that.
Does it even mention anything about a DJ?
Sorry?
Will the permit
Does it
mention
even mention
anything
anything
about
about a
the
DJ?
Yeah, I think it's on there, yeah.
Yeah, it will.
All right, we'll just make it a condition that if you want
Okay,
to,
we'll get it, we'll get a
condition that
copy
they
of the
submit a
permit.
copy
They
of
gotta
the
give it
permit.
to him.
Okay,
Okay, so
Okay.
conditional on the permit.
okay,
Yeah, they
condition on
gotta
the
give it to
permit
him.
then.
He can't not have that.
All right, sounds good, thank you.
So just to be clear, that's still, I just have to wait
We'll get,
for that,
go
or?
go there.
Yeah, so you have to get the permit, and then once we see the permit, we will issue the license.
Okay.
Conditional on the permit.
All right, thank you. And if you have a problem, just let him know.
Please.
If it doesn't work out that way, DeLuca, just write to him.
No, I will, but that, he can get you, he
And
has
if you
one
come back
already.
and he will tell us and we'll fix it, okay?
Mhm.
So try to get it.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, so next is 014 Elwood Wines and Liquors, Inc.
Hi, Commissioner.
Good.
Hi, how are you? Do I have any protests here today? No.
I don't think so.
Is there anyone else here for Elwood Wines and Liquors, Inc., DBA Wine Dot? No.
I don't have any protests on record anyway. Oh, this is an alteration.
Name on the record, I'm sorry. People that are there.
You've run the store since how long? Since?
So
No,
we've been
I'm
there
sorry.
for
No, I'm sorry, before you start, just please put your
Oh,
names
yeah.
on the record, please. Thank you.
Frank Oliveco, representative of the applicant. This is Nick Khanna, president owner of Wines.
Right. Sorry, you've
Okay.
had the store since
since 2005.
2005, yeah, okay. What do you think? You okay?
I'm fine.
All right, I'm gonna vote to approve. Applicant is applying to expand the store, taking over an adjacent space, adding 3,146 square feet. Almost 1,500 of which will be retail, about another 1,600 will be additional storage. He's had the store since 2005 with no history. With that, I vote to approve.
I'm also gonna vote to approve. All the gross sale figures we got show significant increases.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
I had one other on the agenda. I don't know if you got an email for an adjournment. It's Cherry Hill Gourmet.
What is it?
What number is that?
What number is that?
Number
19? Is it Cherry Hill Gourmet? Is that what you said?
19, correct, Cherry Hill Gourmet.
Yes, that's fine. He's applying for it. Oh, why do you need it? Why do you need the attorney?
The general manager, he's at his daughter's wedding today. He couldn't make it.
Do they really want to come? Where were you at this? Did you have questions?
So a lot of this happened during COVID regulations.
Will not be a full-time New York resident?
No, it's not true. That was, I don't know, it was a miscommunication. The owner lives in Brooklyn, doesn't own property outside the state, definitely not in Florida. I think at the time the investigator was at the store, he was on vacation in Florida, they telephoned. Then he said something about, I don't know what he said about Florida.
What do you want to do? You want to adjourn it, or you like? I'm okay with the way you want.
Yeah, we'll adjourn it.
Okay, great. 11:28. Is he back?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Yep. Thanks for coming in.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you, sir.
Good day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
All right, next is, so 028 and 029, they're the same application. It's HC Operator, Inc. Just for the record, is there anyone from the community board there, or is it just you, Mr. Byrne?
I don't think they came.
Just I'm here only with my client.
Okay, and to put on the record, we did receive an email from the community board, Manhattan Community Board 2, requesting an adjournment to November 28th. They state that they did not receive email notice. Secretary's office sent email to community board number 2. It was the email that was on the resolution. It turns out apparently that they changed email addresses at one point, and that's why they did not receive email notice. But they saw it on the agenda.
Can I address that? If you're considering putting this over, I'd like to address that.
That's fine. Let me just ask you some basic questions. Are you still under renovation?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not opening in the next 2 weeks anyway, right? Okay. Are you gonna be in town on the 28th?
I believe so.
Are you gonna be in town on the 28th?
Yes.
I know it's extremely inconvenient. I get it.
Well, if I can just point out or refer to their reasons for putting this over, because no one at the community board, and I looked at their emails since Friday, they first complained because they said that they thought this board meeting was Monday. And they said, we can't be ready by Monday. Well, the meeting is today, it was not on Monday. Additionally, they did not say they cannot come here today. They did not submit an email and say that Mr. Booth or Mr. Raftery or anybody else could not be here present today. They simply said that they haven't gotten all the documents. What documents do they say they didn't get? The 500-foot rule report, which was issued in February, 9-10 months ago. They said they didn't get our 500-foot rule submission, which was issued in February. They said they didn't get our submission to the full board. Well, that's normal. So
I get
we've
it.
got their resolution. We're prepared to proceed. They haven't said that they couldn't come today, and we'd like it to be heard and decided.
I hear you. They are saying that they didn't get the notice. You know, with our new LEAP system, you know, I actually have a record, electronic record of us sending an actual notice to them, so I can't force it, but if you agree to wait 2 weeks, I think it's better for everybody involved because they do have a real objection on record. But you know that there is some things that are in, you know, that are in your favor, and so I wouldn't worry about it. I would just wait if you don't mind coming back.
Well, you say something, and then I'll answer your question. Fine. All of their objections in the resolution were addressed by the ALJ at the 500-foot law hearing, and they were all discounted or found not to be valid reasons. Having said that, I appreciate your hesitation whether or not to proceed or not. I don't want to make it difficult for you. I prefer to be heard today if you tell me that you want us to come back.
I want your agreement. I want your buy-in to, you know, I just think that for the purpose of this process, it's in everybody's interest to have them on the record saying what they want to say, just in case there is another application in the future to expand your method of operation or other things that you may need them to be part of. I think alienating them right now because we want to rush because they're saying they didn't get a notice. And we know that for a fact that we sent it out, but that email address changed. So they didn't get it, and to the extent that they knew this by Friday and are saying they cannot get organized, to the extent that she's not opening anyway, if she were saying, you know what, we're ready to cut the ribbon tomorrow, you know, I may entertain this, but I just don't think that it's in our interest to alienate them.
You're not opening tomorrow.
Yeah. So let's wait until the 28th and you'll come back, and they will be here as well, and we'll have that conversation. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is 022 JK Empire Corporation.
Alright, you guys want to put your names on the record?
Yes.
Alright, so, you guys want to put your names on the record? Yes. Alright,
Good morning, members of the authority. Aurelia Tavares, for representative for the applicant, JK Empire Corporation, DBA Las Palmas. I'm here with the owner. Ms. Ortiz, Kimberly Ortiz, and I'm also here with the manager. Put your name on the record, please.
Edwin Nunez.
So, you said you have community board steps.
Yes, Chairman, can I have a copy of them for you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me check.
We have a 4 a.m. closing all the way.
What's the business model?
It's a lounge.
Okay.
I have the manager here who wanted to explain a little bit of the method of operation if you need clarification.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we just have a new computer system. So tell me a little bit about your background and your history.
He's gonna have to tell you because he's translating for her.
Yeah. So she's the owner, and she's been working at.
What?
She should tell you, right? You're translating
Yeah, I'm
for her.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
just to do direct translation, right?
Yeah. Do we
That's
need
okay.
translation? Should I?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said
Oh.
that.
Wait, I mean, I understand and I speak Spanish, but
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not,
yeah,
I don't think
okay,
that's
good.
sufficient.
Yeah,
for-
yeah,
no,
yeah,
That's
so
not
she can
sufficient
tell
for
you.
everybody has to be
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah, okay.
But I'm asking her.
Right, that's what I mean, so she can answer.
Yeah,
and then
she
you
needs to answer
translate.
the question.
Oh, okay, sure, okay.
So ask her the question.
Ella quiere saber la historia tuya.
Tu historia.
Cómo de negocio.
Oh, ok, pues.
Ella habla español, pero yo te
No,
translate.
you translate.
Yeah, I'm telling her, I'm
Okay.
explaining to her what I'm gonna do.
So we need to know
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
guys are
yeah.
saying, okay.
Para recuerdo, tú tienes que hablar, entonces yo hablo
Ok,
en
sí.
inglés.
Bueno, pues explicarle que mi trayectoria es que llevo 7 años trabajando en esto. He trabajado en la Sony, Flamingo, que fui manager, tenía suelo fino,
Pero
de
deja
water.
que él te lo-
Tiene-
Okay.
So she's been in the industry for about 7 years, and she worked for numerous restaurants and lounges throughout Queens. I mean, if
Great.
you want me to tell you the names, and I mean, it's not-
No, just translate what she's saying.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
she
ask
said.
you a question and then you can ask her. So tell me the places where you've worked.
Los lugares donde trabaja.
Flamingo, que fui
Flamingo.
mesera y bartender.
Yeah, dile el nombre y
No, tú tienes que traducir.
Pero
Dile
igual.
Flamingo.
Uno.
Flamingo, que fui mesera y
Flamingo.
bartender.
She was a waitress at Flamingo.
Bartender, she said.
Yeah, entonces qué más?
En el Azoro Fino, que fui
A
manager.
Solo Fino is like a restaurant, bar type of place.
Okay.
Que
In
fui
Queens.
manager.
She was manager.
Okay.
En el Waters también, que fui manager.
Waters? Waters. And she was a manager there also.
Okay. And she's using her own money for this establishment?
Yes.
You have to ask
Okay.
You have to ask her.
It's okay, it's okay.
Sí, dile que son ahorros de todos los 7 años de mi trabajo.
Okay. Yeah, she says she's been saving and her family putting some money into the business now.
Is she familiar with this location?
¿Tú conoces la locación, no?
Sí.
Yes.
Because there was a disapproval for the premises back in January of 2023 for this particular location. And it's been the focus of police attention in the past.
¿Tú sabes todos los problemas que ha tenido el lugar?
No.
She said she didn't know about that.
Well, when she took this application, she didn't know the history, or she wouldn't have, she didn't want to wait 1.5 years to get a license, she would never have taken it. But she's familiar with the establishment and the area, she just didn't know that it had been canceled, the license, but she knew about she found out about the disciplinaries because we went through it, but. So that's why she hired him. He has extensive, if we can go, Edwin Nunez, who has extensive, he's gonna be the manager on site. I wanted to add him, Commissioner Fan, to the license, because she just hired him to manage the day-to-day with her and her husband. So if you can, Mr. Nunez, you can talk to your
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not done with her yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rent is $20,000 per month. And the investment here, it's only showing $40,000. So how much money are we actually spending on this establishment?
¿Cuánto dinero ya gastado y cuánto dinero va a gastar?
Pues estoy debiendo muchos meses de renta, porque pues, obviamente con eso cerrado pues no he podido pagar la renta,
Yeah.
pero pues invertí en la decoración, en el sonido, en los televisores, en las cámaras, en arreglos de la cocina.
Right. So she's saying that she put in some money and it's kind of being dragged because there's no liquor license, so the landlord's kind of giving her a break between payments, but that they already did some investment for the designs inside the restaurant.
Okay, and is it operating now? Are you already
It's
serving
not
food?
operating.
You're not
I'm
operating yet.
¿Están abiertos ahora o no?
I mean, the plan here is for 13 employees, 3 to 4 security guards, the principal to manage, a DJ, karaoke, live music, and dancing.
¿Todos van a tener what, 13?
That's what it says, 13 employees.
Yeah, I know.
Todo este plan, 3 empleados, 4 security guards.
Yeah. So the DJs they're not gonna be on staff, like they're not there every day. They're just gonna come in once in a while.
Sure. Okay.
You mentioned that you were familiar with the establishment before. What was your role or relationship with the establishment?
Tú dijiste que tú conocías el lugar antes. ¿Cómo tú lo conociste?
Pues cuando pasaba por ahí quizás conocí la discoteca que estaba antes, pero no tengo ninguna relación con la persona.
She says she knows the area, she doesn't know the business of the business. And so every time she passed by, she just was interested on the actual location, not the information behind the business.
Okay, so
That she found out just now.
So you're familiar with the general location, not the specific business?
Right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Que si tú conoces el lugar, como la área, no el negocio.
Sí, claro, conozco la área.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ready to vote? You know,
Well,
Okay.
look, I'm gonna vote to approve, and hope that you can make this work. So we're gonna give you a shot, at least I'm gonna give you a shot. If the chair agrees, then that's fine, you know. If not, that's her decision. But I do wanna give you an opportunity. There's $40,000 here to invest?
Yeah. Él te va a decir que sí, pero él no está hablando para nosotras personas. Él va a decir que sí, él está viendo que tú eres como una persona que quiere hacer negocio y todo eso. Y,
Te quiero dar una oportunidad.
Sí, una oportunidad.
I just want to make it quick.
Sorry.
All right.
And the $40,000 came from a personal checking account?
Yeah. Los $40,000 vienen de tu
Sí, mis
cuenta
ahorros, sí, todos están los estenes del banco.
What did you say?
Sorry,
Yeah.
everything came from our personal
Okay,
statements.
thank you.
If it helps, I've been in the industry for about
Yeah.
10 years, and I worked with hotels and lounges and bars. I mostly do marketing and management. The way I've been explaining to her how the business is going to run is very selective, very formal, and I know a little bit about the business that's been there before, and I don't tolerate it at all.
What was the problem before?
The person that had the place before had like promoters,
Okay.
which I hate dealing with. But everything besides that, the area is what's important. The community that's there, I know that they also don't tolerate like missives. You know what I mean? Like people that are just running around doing stuff. So the way I run businesses is formal. It's extremely,
So there are not gonna be any promoters in this?
yeah, no promoters at all.
They're gonna do self-promotion within the business. He has a marketing
Yeah.
background also. He's also received accreditations from the Congress member, assembly member of the area for his running of the establishment. I understand that the liquor authority going forward wants that when they feel that there's a problematic location, they want management. So she's hired him to do she's gonna be working with her husband, but he's gonna be managing the day-to-day because obviously there's the language also issue, but she's been doing this since she was 19 years old. This is just because we want the establishment to run orderly and properly. And in Astoria, it's a great location. It's just had a very bad prior owner there that she's unrelated to.
I mostly like to deal with corporations. Like, I know that Kaufman Studios are there, so most of the promotions are gonna go to like businesses and like event planning and things like that. It's not so much of like free fall type of business.
If you don't control this.
Yeah.
With the history that it has, and you have dancing, and it can easily spin right out of control.
Right out of
as
the
you
way.
know.
And I mostly like to deal with reservations.
Que si no maneja el negocio como es, puede forzar y se te puede nomás. Eso tiene que manejarlo con una mano de control.
Here, have you voted yet?
No.
All right.
Excuse me.
I hate to say it, I actually don't believe she's a true owner. I'm gonna vote to deny. If you want reconsideration, you can come back with a more thorough disclosure. I'm looking at your renovation pictures. There's no way that it's just $40,000. I
But she
don't
said that
believe
it
she's
wasn't
running.
just 40,000, that she had put in.
Well, then you need to include it in your application because we asked for full financial disclosure for a reason. Your rent is 20,000, you're planning to hire 13 people. 40,000 is nothing. I mean, you haven't even started the bar, the renovation, you're at least spending $500,000, maybe $250,000 to run this thing, and it's not disclosed. So you can go back and recreate the documents and come back for reconsideration.
Lo cambio y dinero que tú estás invirtiendo, quiere ver el número de verdad que tú estás invirtiendo. Sí, lo vamos a hacer. Pero she says she has all the checks, we'll forward that to you, and the things.
That's fine. It's, your representative is supposed to provide all this information, so you can certainly go back and put together the information and send it over, and we'll reconsider it.
And Commissioner Fan, just for the record, I didn't commence this application. I came in just to expedite it to get it before the board. I didn't know the deficiencies.
Okay, well, you know what's in the disclosure. If you're gonna expedite, you could have added, supplement the financial disclosures. You know what we're looking for here.
Okay, we'll do so.
Can you translate to make
Oh.
sure that's what the chair just said? Do you
Yeah.
mind? As far as what's necessary?
Yeah.
Ella quiere que todo lo que tú has dado, que le dé prueba de eso, ella te va a negar, pero si lo amenda la sección financiera, ella lo reconsidera, pero tiene que darle todo lo que ha gastado con los recibos y la prueba de la inversión. Y la mandamos ya. Okay? We'll
Yeah,
take care
get
of
me
it.
a personal questionnaire of the manager, get me full financial disclosure, and anyone else who has an investment interest in it,
Y
please.
cualquier otra persona que tiene inversión, cualquier otra persona que tenga inversión aquí, ella quiere saber, pero quiere todo lo financiero, quiere todo lo que ha gastado y quiere que el cuestionario personal del señor Núñez.
Yeah, just disclose everything.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Hey, Donald, I'm gonna email you something right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next is, next is 023, ELWOOD, New York, Inc., DBA Seapro.
083.
023. 023.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. So, since when did you guys start working on this location? How'd you find this place? What's up?
You're blocking the camera.
Oh, yeah.
You did tape on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that already. Here, I'm marking.
That's right. Stand on your marking. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so it was a sign further on the particular store, and the vehicle was deal with the broker. Basically, it was listing the foreign
I'm sorry, my question is, when did you find this place?
When it was on the September
September of
2022.
September of 22. Okay. Because the other denial was when?
For the 10?
No, the one before, because.
The prior one was
That
canceled.
was, that was before, and then they applied in 21. Okay, so you're not related to the people who applied called Cats on the Bay, right?
No.
Okay. What are your hours?
From 11 to 11.
11 to 11. Are you operating now?
Yeah.
Okay, how is it going?
It's okay. We're working.
All right, do you want more hours?
Not. No.
You don't want more
I
hours?
think you do want more hours.
I'm gonna,
That's what you told me before.
I'm gonna.
Right now, you're open till 11, but you don't have any alcohol.
Yeah.
What time would you like to be open?
When we're
Once you
gonna
have the
get
license?
when we're gonna get the license, we like to open until 12 or 1 a.m.
All right. So I'm gonna do, you're like the nicest applicant ever. I'm gonna,
Yeah,
vote.
it's a full restaurant and
Yeah. Do you have?
it's very high
Yeah.
rated,
Yeah.
and he's got a lot of.
I'm gonna
experience.
vote to approve, 1 a.m. across the board, so. With recorded music, DJ, karaoke, live music, no dancing, no private events, no promoters. 1 a.m.
They had asked for dancing on there.
You did ask for dancing?
I just went through.
And you can dance.
I have no dancing.
It says no dancing on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's here.
I have no dancing, no private events, no promoters.
Yeah, no promoters.
How about you stay at a restaurant and no dancing for now?
Okay. Yeah, on mine?
Alright, Commissioner?
Yeah, the ALJ found that
that's
it was in the public interest. I'll also vote to approve.
With the same
You want
condition?
1 a.m. or you want dancing? I give you midnight for dancing.
You prefer 1 a.m. to dancing probably, right?
Yes. All right. You got it. 1 a.m. no dancing. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So, what, yeah.
Can we take a break shortly?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
You need a break?
I just had this, too big.
Are we gonna take a, yep, we're gonna go on a brief recess. We'll be back on the record shortly. Is that what? All right, are we ready to go?
Here we go. Yes.
Yep. All right, we're back on the record after a brief recess. Next is 013 Upstream Wine and Spirits LLC.
Hi, how are you? Hi. This is a package store removal.
I'm sorry,
Sullivan
can
County.
Can I just ask you guys to scroll a little to your right, so you could be on camera? There you go. Is that better, Donald?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Can you also put your names on the record? Like introduce yourselves?
I'm Megan McNeil, and this is,
Kevin Cook.
And how are you guys related to the licensee?
I'm the licensee,
You are the licensee?
and he's my husband.
Oh, okay. You guys came all the way down here for this?
Yeah.
Just to be sure.
You were coming to the city just to visit anyway, right? Don't tell
I
me you
mean,
came here for this.
mostly for this,
No, I see,
but
right.
we got
All
a
right.
dinner out of it.
You've had the store since,
2017, 6.5 years.
no, I see no history.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
Gross sales indicate 3 out of 4 are positive, so I would vote to approve.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote to approve as well. Kind of anticlimactic, came over for like 15 seconds.
Had to be sure.
All
Ready to
right.
answer any questions you might have.
Yep, so this is a package store expansion, alteration application. They lost their lease, they're moving 1,400 feet away, going from 821 square feet to 2,185 square feet with 1,000 square feet of retail. They have no history since they opened the store in 2017. The closest stores remain the same, with one store relatively close by and then the next one over 4+ miles away. I'm gonna find public convenience and advantage to allow this alteration and vote to approve.
Commissioner?
You need me to vote again? Yeah, I vote to approve also.
Thank
You
you.
did. Thank you.
All right.
How soon may we move?
Well, you'll receive a conditional approval letter. There's conditions on here, right, Juan? Or is there not?
I don't think there are conditions. This is
Yeah, photos of the completed premises, I think is.
Yes, just photos. Photos of the, yeah.
Okay.
So a couple photos.
Yep, you'll receive a
Okay.
conditional approval letter and then you have to submit the photos and then you'll get the license.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, next is 018 BRIYANA Organics Deli 2 Fort.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, how you doing?
Put your names on the record, please.
Rene Diaz Cardona and Felix Valles.
And how are you related to the applicant?
Well, he's a family member, but I'm the manager of the store.
You're the manager of the store and you're the
He's
applicant?
owner. Yes, yes.
Okay, so, and you are the nephew of the person who applied before? Or you?
Ella dice que si tú eres el sobrino de que la tenía antes, de Brian.
Oh, él es sobrino.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Okay, so is your uncle still involved or just
No,
you?
he just him.
Did you ask him that?
Sí, tú nada más ahora estás solo con el negocio. He said yes.
Okay.
Was it the uncle that's lending him the money, the $39,000?
No, tú le prestaste 39,000 pesos a Brian para el negocio.
No. He has a loan for the business, right?
No, he just rented. We
Who holds the note?
nobody has a
Briar Bez holds a $39,000
That
note.
must be Brian, but we didn't. We took the place. We rented direct to the landlord.
Okay, so this information is not
Yeah,
accurate?
right, it is. No, that was
So
the-
you rented from the landlord or
No,
he rented
he
from
did.
her?
I'm saying he. Because I remember the rent was too high. He put the rent $5,000.
Why aren't you on the license?
I'm not in the license because the reason that I committed a felony.
Ah, okay. So you guys are doing it together?
No,
He owns it, you manage
he,
it?
no, see, yeah, but we have another guy, he works the deli.
Okay.
Because in Bedford, customers serve themselves. They come, they do their own coffee, they take things, and they tap the credit card and
Yeah.
walk out. It's a very, very
Self-service.
casual place, yeah, real nice.
So Briar Byers was the previous owner.
Yeah, he used to, yeah, he had a little difficulties.
A little problem.
Yeah, he had a little difficulties there.
And he is.
Because he's young, he's young,
Yeah.
he just walked away.
And he's his nephew.
Yeah, his nephew. Tío, que tú eres tío de Brian.
Right, he's the uncle. And then, Briar lent him $39,000 to start the business.
Dice que Brian te prestó $39,000 para empezar el negocio.
No.
He said,
Well, that's what's in the application, so you guys need to clean that out.
I think the application has a lot of mistakes because I asked them for the application and they got a lot of mistakes.
Who's Ellie?
Have a promissory note.
That's,
Yeah,
we
sorry,
hire, I recommended him an accountant.
That's the Ellie
Yes, they
Ovido?
are the ones who did the licensing. They've been there supposedly for 20 years. They do liquor license. So, I mean, we don't know anything about, so they process everything. The only thing they asked was for the file and receipt, his ID, and the store documents. And then when the tax ID came, I scanned it and I sent it on an email to her. But I was reading the application that she filed, and I saw a lot of mishaps.
Do you think
I
you
was
can
telling-
get a disposition of your felony record to put your own name on the?
Well, I can't wait the content there because mine was, it was a drug case. It was one bag it was one illegal, controlled substance.
How long ago?
Oh, long ago. I used to
Is
work
that your
for
only
Phoenix House.
felony? Is that your only?
Yeah.
Then you can get that record sealed.
Yeah, I thought, but I didn't bother.
And you can get a
I
conditional.
didn't bother, very
Alright.
successful, I don't know.
Alright, look,
Is
there's
there
some, back in the day, we used to have something called what the hell of the day. This is gonna be the what the hell of the day. I'm gonna vote to approve.
That's it.
Oh.
Sounds good to
What the
me.
hell of the day?
Thank you.
I actually like that. There's clarity in that.
That's right.
Okay. What the hell? Buena suerte. Good luck. Okay.
Gracias.
Good luck.
Gracias.
Just make sure that if you sell cigarettes,
No, we don't sell cigarettes.
you don't sell cigarettes?
You know
Okay,
why
good.
we don't
It's a
sell
health store.
cigarettes? We don't sell, no, you're welcome to visit us. We don't, I don't want cigarettes. I don't drink, I don't smoke.
Okay,
No cigarettes, no electronic cigarettes,
okay.
no vapors
Okay,
because
no THC products and no,
if you
no
walk in-
on-premise consumption,
if
okay?
you-
Don't make it a party spot,
No, if
because
you-
that's a big, no, don't have your friends hanging out and
drink
drinking
nobody,
open bottle.
I don't tolerate, we
I'm
don't
telling you,
tolerate that.
no, you
I
seem like
appreciate
very
it.
nice and have a
But
community
you-
around you.
We have a
So-
community, like I said, in the morning is bacon, egg and cheese, latte,
I love it.
and they wanna just tap the cat and leave.
Okay, alright, so this is your name on it,
Is
okay?
his name on it, Felix Baez.
So you gotta make sure this goes right, okay?
Thank you. I will make sure. I will
Bye.
make sure.
Thank
No,
you.
he needs to make sure.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
He's the Yankee fan too, that guy.
Next is 027 Gonzo Liquor Corp.
Donald, can you repeat, please?
027 Gonzo Liquor Corp. DBA Putnam Lake Wines and Liquors.
Wait, what number, sorry?
27.
27. Oh.
Good morning.
My name is Javier Rao. I represent Andy Ferreira, the applicant, Gonzo Liquors. Application for a liquor license.
Don, did you hear the appearance? Did he put on record? Did it come through?
Could you, what was the name?
Javier Rao.
And Andy Ferrer.
Okay. And there's supposed to be 2 protests. Is there anybody outside?
So again, is there anyone protesting Gonzo Liquor Corp, Putnam Lake Wines and Liquors?
No.
No. Okay.
It's all right.
the supermarket that you're a manager is not close to this location?
No. This is market.
Yeah, no, right? Okay. How far do you live from this location?
I live about like 45 minutes to an hour away.
Okay. You gonna move closer, or are you feeling like it's manageable?
That's manageable drive. Yeah.
Your dad gave you 60,000 for the business?
Yeah.
What your dad do for a living?
He owns supermarkets.
He owns supermarkets.
Yeah.
Supermarkets.
Supermarkets, yeah.
Okay.
The protest didn't show up.
And the store was there before also, which is basically.
You're replacing a store?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah, there's no response from 3 out of the 5, and the other 2 split.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that.
Okay, great. We are gonna vote to approve, this new package store. I'm gonna find public convenience and advantage. The closest store is 3 miles away. As applicant counsel pointed out, they are replacing an existing store. Applicant has significant experience in the retail business. So I'm gonna vote to approve.
All right, you've been approved. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Good day.
Next is 012. That's 012 Seneca Park.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. My name is Ezekiel Gomez. I'm the representative of Seneca Bar. To the right of me, I have Mr. Hinojosa. He's the president. So, brief story, background check on the bar. We got approved for our license on April 22. It's been nearly 19 months. We had stipulations with the community board and also the full board for closing at 2 a.m. That's the reason why we're here. We're here because we want to add on 2 more hours, if that's possible, to our daily operations. The reason why we wanted to add these 2 hours is because since we obtained our license, the majority of our clients come in around 10, 11, sometimes midnight. Since our stipulations state that we have to close at 2 a.m., we have to turn on the lights and they get upset. They go to the nearest bar, which is in the corner. They close at 4 a.m. Excuse me. The name of that bar is called the Tequila Bar Cafe, and they're right on the corner. So that's our competition. Besides that, the stipulations came about because of the prior owners that were there. To our best of our knowledge, we haven't had any complaints, no police complaints, no neighborhood complaints, no 311 calls, no fights breaking out, nothing of that sort. Yeah. Is there anything you want to say? Any questions?
Did you go back to the community board?
Yes, I actually submitted the method. I received back that they submitted the certified slip, and that's about it. I also mentioned to them our hours. We operate from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So now we're trying to operate from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. on a daily basis.
So you notified them of this change?
Yes.
And then what did they say? Was there anything?
I didn't get anything back besides a certified mail receipt. That's all I got back from them.
Okay.
So I didn't get any opposition. I didn't get any conversation.
All right, with the community board not objecting, and having been notified, I'm going to vote to approve.
I will also vote to approve.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
So for the next application, it's 020 World Wine and Liquors Inc. So for this.
All right.
What was it?
The opposition is here, but not the principal.
Yeah, so opposition is there, but we received a request to adjourn from the applicant's attorney because our automated email went to the attorney's spam folder, so he has now found it. So opposition is there, but the attorney and applicant's not.
So you're from PNR?
Yes.
Okay, so let's have them put their opposition on the record since they're here. The one store, the another store.
And another person was supposed to hear, but they got sick, the Torres Wine and Liquor. So they just called me, they end up in the
Taurus
hospital?
Wine and Liquor, PNR is here. Are you guys one store?
No,
What are you?
Rose Wine and Liquor.
You're what?
Rose Wine and Liquor. 16
Rose.
Rose.
Okay,
Six-
that's not one of the closest stores.
Yeah, he didn't receive.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't, so there was a request for an adjournment from the actual store. And so they're not coming today, but you, since you're here, you can choose to come back and do it when they come. Or since you're already here, you can put your argument on the record now. It's up to you. You know, if you ask me, probably it's stronger if you come back. Because then you'll be in the room together and they will hear it and they will respond and there's a back and forth. If you choose to put your thing on the record now, then, you know, you may not get a response or whatnot. So it's up to you, but you're here, I don't want to waste your time.
We come.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Okay, so we'll come back. So the 28th.
This
And
month?
yes, the 28th of this month.
28?
Yes, it's on a Tuesday.
11/28.
Yeah, and if we have another adjournment, we'll make sure. Donald, can we just make sure that these stores are going to get a personal touch as far as letting them know whether we're gonna go on the 28th? The people that are here are PNR Wine and Liquor. And then there's actually another store called Rosa.
Rose Wine and Liquor. It's
Rose,
Rose,
can you write it down for me?
Yeah.
Give me the name of your store and then we're gonna email it around so that you get a notification to,
I put the address also.
Yeah, perfect, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can you send this to? Thank you for coming, I'm sorry about this. We'll see you in 2 weeks, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Yeah, my daughter's birthday 27, that's why I said 27.
It'll be the day after.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Next is 005, CALSHEA Restaurant Corp., DBA The Triple Crown. That's 005.
Officially afternoon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thomas McCown, I'm here of CALSHEA Restaurant, old-time client. I've had, am I in the right place? Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you, you are.
That's
You're good, yes, sir.
Conditional no contest plea. It's a conditional,
Where are we with the disposition of this matter?
there was ACOD signed, 6 months. If there were no incidents, it will be dismissed January 24th, I think. And what the court, it was part of my exhibits. So the adjournment upon contemplation of dismissal, that was entered in July.
Is there someone else on the license? Or he's a sole?
No, he's a co-principal, He's a
a co-principal, right?
Yes.
Right.
And this didn't happen at the premises, this is outside of it, this was, he got criminal counsel, who was unaware of the authority's requirement under section to report it to the liquor authority. When it was reported, I contacted my office, I told them.
I know, but what I'm asking is the Class C felony a disqualifying fact?
If it's an ACOD.
It's
The
an
difficulty
ACOD.
is if it's an ACOD and it is opened for some reason before January.
Exactly, then I do be duty to report it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But for now, it's okay.
For now, he doesn't have a felony, if it's an ACOD.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not convicted, right?
Yeah.
So in January, we, all right, you
I can
will.
follow up, sure.
If you don't, then it's a problem again.
This problem.
But I'll take the one.
All right.
I'll take 1,000, thank you.
All right, everyone be well.
Thank you.
So
thank
Thanksgiving,
you.
I don't.
Yes, happy
Did you accept it? Did I accept it?
Yeah, 1,000's fine for me also.
Be well. And I catch the meeting.
We're getting a lot of feedback from the mic. Is it like right next to your phone or something, or right next to your computer?
Hi,
Don,
how are
I'm sorry,
you?
The two mics are actually right next to the monitor.
Yeah, we were getting a lot of feedback. So the next one is 021 One Central Inc. 021 One Central Inc.
Okay.
Terrence Flynn on behalf of the applicant. Good morning. Good morning. I sent a detailed submission with exhibits. I hope you had a chance to read, but in essence, our office made a mistake. We had attached a public convenience statement that was different than the one we attached with the original application. That had a paragraph in there that talked about the applicant previously being in this space. It was for a completely different deal. That understandably created a conflict with what was in the application, and the ALJ said that it had to come back here for you to determine that it was in the public interest. There's no opposition from the community. They've been in here for several months under a temporary permit. The community has welcomed them. There are no problems at this location. There was one other thing that was noted. All the documents in the application had the full name of the seller, but for some reason the contract had left out one word.
Purchasing agreement?
Yes, it left out one word where if you want, or you would, make it a subject to condition to approval, we'll gladly get an amendment to that contract to add the word, I believe it's Fox was missing from within the title.
Are the members ready to vote?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote to approve.
Commissioner?
I'm also gonna vote to approve.
Thank you all very much, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye.
Your report, edit. That's on track.
Yeah.
Alright, next is 030-301. I'm sorry, wait, no. Sorry, 030-031 and 032.
Yeah.
Who's this?
30 through 32.
32.
Day party
Of the licensee, to make this super quick and easy, I'd request an adjournment here, so I can come back with my client at a later date. Due to some issue, which I think you guys have heard from other people about the emailing system, we didn't receive an original invitation to this. We tried to coordinate it via the CNC that's been posted to council's office. I'd much prefer to come back before you with my client and detail for you the corrective action plan as well as the CNC. When that's closed,
You want
on
the
other-
28th, or should we kick it further out so that you have more time?
No, we're expecting this to be wrapped up today, tomorrow, so the sooner the better.
The 28th is fine.
Great,
Thank you.
and just procedurally, are you guys going to hear the CNC for that case as well as this licensing matter on the same calendar? Because it feels like a.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Those two, we can keep holding this until we hear the CNC if we think that's relevant. But I can't.
Sure, I just.
Licensing and enforcement don't work together. That's not
Understood,
how it does.
I understood that to be the issue because it's a licensing matter. So,
We're gonna have to keep holding this until council's office is ready.
yeah, fair enough. I expect that to be by the next hearing certainly because I think we're gonna get back to that.
Fair enough.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
November 28th.
28?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he said it's another.
Alright, and
Yeah,
now.
yeah, 11:28. Yeah, but 11:28, but he also only wants it if the CNC can come, and the CNC is a totally different matter, Donald.
Try again.
So I'll just put it down as subject to change, so that way if they send it, if I get an email, we can move
Yeah.
it to this meeting. Is that okay?
Yeah, we can just stay in touch with Levy about that, because if the CNC doesn't come, he doesn't want this to move.
Okay. Alright, and there's no other matters signed in.
Alright, so,
So we're going into the kind of speed round, right?
yes.
Can we take a quick break?
Yes, we're gonna just take a break, Donald, and we'll come back in a few minutes. We just wanna go over something.
Alright, we'll go on a brief conference with council. We'll be back on shortly. Hey, Jonathan, if y'all want to sign off in the waiting room, you can. There's no one else there.
Turning them off now.
Thank you, Jonathan. All right, members, are you ready to proceed?
Yep.
All right, we're back on the record after a conference with council. We are going to go through the items. So first is 001. It's Gray Dolphin Sports Bar and Lounge Inc. So we received, this was held over because the licensee's sister appeared last meeting and asked to adjourn to obtain an attorney. So we received an email. She again requests, like it's not the licensee, it's his sister. She requested to adjourn to January 10th because they need more time to get an attorney because of money issues.
All right, January 10th.
Commissioner, you okay with that?
Yes, I am.
002 is an offer of 1,000.
I'm gonna accept 1,000.
Zero 02, 1,000 is fine.
004, this is a no contest.
At 10,000.
I'll go with 10,000.
All right, with 008, 9, 10, and 11. So we received an adjournment request from the attorney. They asked for November 28th. Apparently they have court right now and then a medical.
November 28th it is.
Commissioner, are you okay with that?
Yes.
015 was withdrawn prior to the meeting.
What number? I'm sorry.
015.
Thank you.
015. And I would like the representative to know that that was not the appropriate way to request a declaratory ruling, like with an adjournment request. You guys notice that you would need to reach out to council's office. Next is 024. The representative requests an adjournment to the December 19th meeting.
I'm sorry, what number?
024.
Yes, I'm okay, 11/28.
Okay, that's fine.
December 19th, that's what they're asking. That's okay.
December 19th.
I didn't think that that's coming up.
You know it.
033 is a no contest default at pleading.
$33.
33.
Where are you at?
35, but I had a question mark depending on how you felt about it. Application heading was approved on 8/17.
Oh, okay, yeah,
They fixed.
I'll go to 3,500.
All right. And the last one was the 11/08/2023-2-001. It was a delegation of power with respect to the licensing board.
Speak now or forever. Not really forever.
All right, we've had an extensive discussion on our end on this. Donald, moving forward, the timing just needs to be a little bit better about making sure the members get time to read and review. Having said that, I'm going to vote to approve as drafted.
I'll also acknowledge that we did have an extensive discussion. I appreciate all the input from the chair and from council and from licensing, and I will also vote to approve at this time.
All right. I have nothing else. Chair, do you have anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.